The Christian religion dates back to Jesus. Jesus is the Greek form of his name. His real name is actually Joshua, and he is the son of Joseph. We know a lot about Jesus through the Gospels. The death of Jesus, though, is what is going to lead to the expansion of the Christian religion. Around 30 Common Era, Jesus enters the city of Jerusalem during the Jewish holiday of Passover. Jerusalem at the time was controlled by the Romans. And Jesus had a very large following at this point. Many people flocked to him to listen to what he had to say. The government officials in Rome, however, were afraid of Jesus because they were afraid he was going to try to take political power away from them because the people liked and listened to him. By coming to the city of Jerusalem, the Roman government is going to view it as Jesus coming to take power. Many of the high-ranking Jews at the time felt the same way. When he does enter the city of Jerusalem, Jesus is going to be arrested and turned over to the Roman governor, Pontius Pilate. Pontius Pilate's main concern was to try to keep peace during Passover. He ends up making an example of Jesus and sentences him to death by crucifixion. During this time, crucifixion was the standard to put someone to death, so it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Jesus is going to rise from the dead 3 days later on Easter. After he is executed, his followers insist that he had risen from the dead, and he will return at the end of time. The Christian faith will continue to expand after his death. One of the key players who helped in understanding the Christian faith is Paul of Tarsus. Originally, his name was actually Saul. He grew up in what today is modern-day Turkey. He was Jewish, and earlier in his life, he was actually dedicated to stopping the expansion of the Christian religion. When he was 25, which was a few years after Jesus had died, he's going to have a dramatic conversion. Paul goes from stopping the Christian faith to supporting it and trying to expand it. When he has this dramatic conversion, that's when he changes his name from Saul to Paul. And he's going to devote the rest of his life to spreading this new faith. He also wants to spread it to not just Jews, but spread it to non-Jews. And the non-Jews that he would be spreading it to would be people who believed in multiple gods and goddesses. Paul never actually met Jesus. However, he claimed to receive a direct revelation of Jesus' teachings. And Paul says Christians living in a dominant Jewish community no longer had to follow the Jewish law. And Paul is going to write many, many letters to areas within the Mediterranean to let them know about this new faith. Early converts to the Christian religion, there's going to be many, and it's going to appeal to non-Jews and Jews. Many people liked the sense of community that Christianity had because it emphasized the importance of community and coming together. This is going to be liked especially by the Jewish population. Women were very prominent in the churches of the early days, which is not the case today. They were even office holders back then. This is going to be the highest that women will ever be in the Catholic faith. The early converts were mostly from the lower and poor class. The poor really liked the ideas of the Gospels, the messages of abandoning sin, the idea that love, charity, and humility would promise a better life for them. And the upper class is going to see it as a religion that needs to be stopped. The poor are getting the idea that there is opportunity for them, and the upper class does not like this at all. The upper class wanted to continue to have power over the lower class. And at first, the Christian religion is going to be persecuted. The Roman government is going to try to stop it. Eventually, the Roman government will realize they're going to have to convert to Christianity in order to stay in power.